Hello everyone. So today we're going to look at this example number two. Find the value of this function as t approaches to zero. Okay. So today we're gonna try to solve this problem in two different methods. So the first, as we pretty much familiar, is we're gonna plug in the closest value to zeros. As we already know, as at t is equal to zero, this function is undefined. And you can even check that out by plugging the values, right? If 0 plus 9 over 0 square, right? So square root of 9 is 3 minus 3, which is also 0 over 0, which is undefined. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the closest values to 0 and try to see the limit of this function. Okay. And the other thing you notice is like t is squared, which means like even though if we plug in the negative or positive, doesn't matter, because the negative is going to eventually become a positive. So we can just simply use this plus minus icon before if when it comes to submit our homeworks. So okay, let's hopefully you grabbed your calculators already. So if we plug in 1.0 in this function, what we end up with is 0.162277. Let's get a little closer to 0 0.5. It's 0.165525. And if you plug in, you can try to plug in as many values as you could. And we already try seeing the pattern here. The limit of this function seems to be closer to 1/6. And if you really this is where like if you notice like in the calculator, if you try to get really close to zero, it's almost becomes zero, and which would lead into again undefined function, right? This would almost be considered zeros in the calculator. So here comes another. We already, you can tell from the values that we have plugged in, the negative and positive, that the limit of this function is equal to 1 over 6. But here's another approach, just in case if it's helpful. As you already noticed in the previous video as well, like let's just try to simplify the function itself, because we already know this function is undefined at t is equal to 0. So let's see if we can simplify this function real quick, and we get the positive here. We need to multiply with this at top and bottom as okay. Now let's just multiply with each other. Multiply with this, and what we end up with is this t squared plus 9. Okay, and as you can see, we can cancel these out, the same negative positive, and what we and this square root cancels out with this, and what we end up with is t square plus 9 minus 9 over t square plus 9 plus 3. And again, nines are cancelled out, so we end up with t square over t square plus 3, and these cancelled out as well. And here we go. We end up with 1 over square root of t square plus 9 plus 3. And now let's see the limit of this function as t approaches to 0 is 1 over 0 to the square plus 9 plus 3, which is equal to 9 plus 3. And as we know, square root of 9 is 3. And if you really want to know why, so like 3 times 3, and you can do this 3 to the square, right? Cancels out, so what we end up with 1 over 3 plus 3, which is 1 over 6. So the limit of this function as t approaches to 0 is 1 over 6. I hope this helps. Thank you.